So I am here to update you on my pregnancy experience and status and what's going on with me and all of that stuff. Today I am 35 weeks and 2 days. I have 4 weeks and 5 days left until my due date. Overall, I guess I'll start with my first trimester. I won't make this too long, but during my first trimester, I had no idea that I was pregnant. I didn't know until I was 6 weeks pregnant, and it was around July, and it was actually really unfortunate because it was during stampede time, and I got really sick, and it was more like fever and that sort of thing, not sick like morning sickness. So I had no idea that I was pregnant for quite a while. I don't know, I think 6 weeks is quite a while. And then once I did find out that I was pregnant, it was kind of like instant. I don't know if it was more like the mental aspect of it or what, but as soon as that happened, I started getting morning sickness, and it lasted maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But it was I've been pretty much textbook through the whole thing. My second trimester, I was so busy with Christmas because the job and occupation that I did, I was an event coordinator, and Christmas time is just my busiest time of the year, and so I was just a madhouse. Around, just planning and doing all those things. As far as sickness and stuff like that, I felt completely fine. There's definitely days where I was not just sluggish and very tired, very, very tired actually, where I would just want to sleep. That's kind of how I feel right now again, where I've been taking lots of naps and things like that. But physically, I've just been fine. And then there's nothing overall truly to report, I guess, because it's been an overall very easy pregnancy for me. No cravings, or I guess you could say that there were cravings. The first little while, I wanted fruit smoothies every single morning, and I couldn't get enough of watermelon fruit smoothies. And I guess you could say I crave. I can't get enough orange juice. I really, really like orange juice. And actually, my doctor kind of yelled at me about it and said that I should only be drinking water and milk. But whatever. So yeah, I can't get enough orange juice. I really, really do like drinking that. I guess those are two things. And then I couldn't stand the smell of beef for a long time, like cooking beef. I could eat beef, but the smell of it actually cooking, because we cook at home a lot, and if we had it going on the oven or something, I would just want to gag. I can't stand the smell of what you're cooking right now. To the point where one time it ended up where I was I couldn't eat it just because I couldn't stand the smell. Hi. You want to say hi? Lexi wants to say hi. She's gotten so big. She's very active and crazy and all that too. But I guess for eating habits, that's pretty much everything. I have gained a significant amount of weight, and you can see it in my face for sure. My face is a lot more pudgier and all of that, which is fine. Full disclosure, on average, before pre-pregnancy weight, I was underweight for my height. I'm 5'6", and I weighed between, my weight's always fluctuated, but it's always been between 118 and 120 pounds. It's been that way since high school. It's not that my eating habits were poor or anything like that, but anyways, just now I'm justifying my underweightness, or according to standards anyway. So that was my weight, and now I weigh 156 pounds. I'm pushing I've gained almost 40 pounds or I've hit the 40-pound mark, depending on if you do the 118 or the 120. So I actually had one doctor tell me, like, there was over 3 weeks, there was a gap where I gained a significant amount of weight. I'm having a boy too, and I know that the boys in my husband's side of the family, they're quite large. They're bigger babies, and they have big heads and all of that. And or so my mother-in-law keeps telling me. But I fully expect to have like a bigger child, and I'm fine with it. But I did have a doctor talk to me and say, because there was a point where I had gained 8 pounds, and it was 2.5 weeks, and she was like, she gave me a lecture. It kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, because I don't think by any means I look unhealthy. And at that point, when she had said that, I was still able to fit into my pre-pregnancy jeans, like a larger pair of my pre-pregnancy jeans. Obviously not able to button them up or anything, but I know I was a little aggravated. Also, the thing with Canada is that I have seen a different doctor every single time I have been to a checkup. At this point, I went today to a checkup, and I got to hear his heartbeat, and he's fine. I'm 37 inches from, so I'm up 2 inches, because 2 weeks ago I was 35, and now I'm 37, which is above average, which is kind of what I was expecting. But basically I'm huge. But I've seen a different doctor every single time, and there's also no guarantee of what doctor I'll get during delivery. And it's one of those things where, as a mom or someone who's pregnant, it makes it where you're constantly having to stay on top of the doctor as opposed to the other way around. And you're constantly having to remind the doctor of things that are in your file that they overlook or don't talk about or mention. And what I'm referring to is the shot that you have, because I am like a negative blood type, and instead of having my husband tested to see what blood type he was, they're basically just going to give me the shot and be done with it, because in their minds there's no harm in that, because it's not harmful to the baby, and it's just a preventative measure and all that jazz. I grew up a little bit differently, because I did grow up in the States, and I don't know, I don't like having or doing shots or putting things in my body that are not necessary. Brandon, my husband, went and he donated blood to find out what his blood type is, and he is also negative. And that turns out he's actually like the best kind of negative, because they need him to donate his type all the time. So now he gets all kinds of phone calls to donate blood, but that's besides the point. So I had him do that, and they said, okay, that's fine, but you're gonna need to provide some proof. So we brought his blood donor's card, and he came in, because sometimes he comes to my visits, sometimes he doesn't. He hasn't been to all of my visits, because I've been to, it gets kind of crazy. And so they basically, every single time for 3 weeks, 3 visits in a row, they're like, you're sure this is the father of your child? You're sure this is the father of your child? And I know that they're being precautious, but I thought at the 3rd time, I just kind of had to laugh. I'm like, yes, I am sure that my husband is the father of my child. And he was in the room one of the times, and the lady is like trying to make a joke out of it, and we're just like, ha ha ha, like very funny. So that was kind of annoying. But the thing that bothered me the most wasn't the jokes and the double checking and all that. The thing that bothered me was the nurse outside the door that had said to the doctor before the doctor came in a not so quiet way, that I was declining the shot. And it made it seem like, it just sounded so awful or bad that I was declining the shot and blah blah. Like, I know my body, I know that my husband is the father of my child, and I know that we're both negative, and I know I don't need that shot, and that's that. So I guess I was refusing the shot, but I just got worked up about that I got worked up about that one visit, and I got worked up about that one doctor who told me that I needed to stay away from sugar and not drink anything except water or milk because I had gained too much weight. Those two doctors. So I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with at least one of those doctors during my delivery. So at this point, what I did was I had the clinic print out the sheets of like who's going to be on call, and not that I can prevent it or help it or whatever if my water breaks, but just so that I have an idea of who's going to be at the hospital out of all the doctors that I've seen, and what I'm getting myself into. Like if I do have to have this one particular doctor that I may or may not have deliver my child that I don't mesh well with, like our personalities just don't work well together. I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. And also like getting a midwife or anything like that in Canada or where I'm at, like presently, is pretty much impossible because you're on a waiting list for like a year or even longer. Sometimes they say that you should actually put yourself on a waiting list as soon as you start trying before you even get pregnant, which is crazy. So yeah, I will be delivering in a hospital though, like not like a clinic or anything like that, if that makes sense. But I think that's pretty much everything that I want to share for now. He's definitely kicking a lot. He's had hiccups a couple of times. He's head down now. I don't know if he's dropped. One thing I should say is I've had a lot of shortness of breath, and that hasn't gone away. So I don't think he's dropped just yet, because apparently you're supposed to be able to breathe a lot better once that happens. But also for a good 2 weeks, I had incredible amount of tailbone pain, and it was awful. Like I couldn't walk. I couldn't change sides like in bed, even with like my snoogle that I have. It was just like, it was so painful. And I was just hoping that it wouldn't last the entire pregnancy. And I didn't allow it to get me down. I still have been running all my errands and going for walks with Lexi and all that. My last day of work was January 30th. So I've been watching 24 for 12 days. It's February 12th today. But I definitely have been relaxing a little bit more. And I think what it was is because when I started having it, it was when I was still at work, because walking around all day on the cement that I was walking on, and my computer chair at work was not ideal with the height of the computer and all of that. And one thing or two things that I splurged and indulged myself with, I'd say, would be spa treatments. I've been in the spa quite a bit the first part of the pregnancy, like when your muscles and all that started getting sore from all the changes in your body, and that was such a treat, and it was heaven. Now I just feel so uncomfortable, like I just wouldn't even want to get up on that bed. I do have one gift certificate to one that I might save until after I deliver, because you can still do like prenatal massages, but it's like really postnatal. I think that would be kind of nice. Once I haven't decided yet. I still have 4 weeks to decide. And the other thing is I went to SCOA, which is a place, it's a chain, and there's one in Boston and several in Canada. But if you ever get a chance to go to a SCOA and you're pregnant, they have a tummy mummy facial. It's not a package, but a procedure, or what's the word? I don't know. Anyways, I had a facial. Hi. And Lexi's at my feet again. I had a facial, and they also like put a peppermint mask on your feet and rub your feet, and they put like this the mask also on your stomach and like rub your stomach, which is kind of weird, to be honest. Like I didn't think I'd like it that much, but honestly, once you started, I was like, I didn't realize that even my stomach was a little bit like on the sore side. So that was just, it was it was great. I loved every bit of it. And that was also when it was about 2 weeks ago. I was having tailbone pain, and I don't have a heating pad, and the bed that I was on was heated, so it actually did alleviate some of the pain and the pressure that I was having. Now, it's one of those things where I couldn't lay down. Like, she didn't give me a bolster for underneath my knees, which I think was kind of a big mistake. But I did like lay down on my back, but I bent my knees, so I kept my knees up, because like laying down with your legs straight for like an hour is kind of a long time, I think. Anyways, this is such a long video, and if you have stuck through this until the end, I will show you my baby bump. I'm wearing sweatpants. I was wearing jeans earlier because I did go to my doctor's appointment this morning, but don't judge me because I am wearing sweatpants. I'm not gonna go change. So this is kind of what it looks like from the side, and he's quite large. You know, and also to say, in all fairness, it's full disclosure, as I said, I gained 2 whole cup sizes in my breasts, and they are incredibly heavy. Like, I'm not even a normal size. I don't even know what I'm really gonna do for nursing bras. If any of you know, please let me know, because I mean, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to order them, because it's yeah, I'm really small here. I didn't change my band size at all. I'm still a 32 around, but the bra I have now is a 32G. But I haven't been able to find anything like that in for nursing bras. So if you know anything, let me know. But yeah, I do have, like, you can tell when I wear the right shirt, you can see my belly button pop out, which is kind of funny. But for gaining as much weight as I have, I do have a scratch on my belly. And that's actually from myself, from scratching, and I didn't realize that it's a lot, my skin is a lot thinner, I guess. I do have the line that goes straight down and all that jazz. His back is on this side, and he kicks a lot on this side, and his head is down here. But yeah, so I still don't have any like stretch marks that I can tell or see. This is not a stretch mark, it's from leaning down, but right? Yeah, it's from laying on the couch. I just woke up from a nap a little bit ago, and then this side too. And I'm really white, and that's why you can see all my veins, but I'm huge for sure, like. And this is from the back. Now, I'm not saying I don't have any stretch marks in life, because I do. Like, in high school, I got stretch marks right like on the tops of my cheeks right here, and those are still there. They haven't gotten like a lot bigger or anything like that, but those are from running track when I was in high school, and I was growing at the same time, and I just went through like this growth spurt, and that's what happened. I'm pushing 20 minutes here. My product that I will swear by is a lot different than most of the ones I've been watching, but I will share it anyways. I've been using this belly jelly, and I will swear by this. It smells divine. It's got shea butter, oats, and lavender, and obviously you want to make sure that anything you get does have a vitamin E of some kind. But I've loved these products so much to the extent where I've gone on to Snugglebugs and started getting their baby products. But the smell of this is, I mean, like, literally, it's just incredible. This is the first one I have. I haven't used all of it, but that's the beauty of it, is like you don't have to use a whole lot. I'd say I'd probably use that much. The lavender in it is just probably what I love so much, but I have been enjoying it. And it is like a aromatherapy to it too, so it kind of makes me want to do it. So that's kind of good. But that is my 35 weeks and 2 days pregnancy update. I do have a name picked out. I'm not going to share it just yet. But I'm very excited. It's a little bit different. Hi. She's got her little toy. So I'm going to go. I have some other things I want to do, but I hope you guys are doing well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.